Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith Storms. I'm a licensed social worker, therapist with a passion for energy psychology, for EFT tapping, and for law of attraction. And today I want to share some thoughts about words, the power of words. So I have been doing a lot of personal work with law of attraction principles, and one thing that was kind of aware in my mind last week, I guess, was words and thinking about the power of them, the meaning of them, the feeling of words. And what I realized is as I have been paying more attention to my intentions and to the way I am phrasing them and verbalizing them, I came to realize that some of the words I was using had mixed feelings for me. So here's an example. If I think of using the word or the intention safe travel, the word safe for me, like safe is not a negative word, but it automatically triggers the thought of unsafe or dangerous. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, because it's all about sending out the clearest intention we possibly can about what it is we want. That is essentially what the manifesting process of the law of attraction is about. And so I realized, I was like, oh, if I say I am having a safe trip, a little part of my brain goes, oh, but what if there's an accident? What if there's a problem? Like, safe triggers unsafe, safe triggers danger. And I was like, oh, okay, well, then I need to clean that up. Like, I need to be more careful about these words I use to describe, the adjectives I use to describe the thing I want. So, travel is what's happening. Like, I'm having a trip, I'm having a travel. And then, how am I going to describe that? So, I have come up with words that for me are neutral to positive, like they don't have any negative triggers. They don't trigger anything negative. And I'll just share the ones I came up with. Obviously, you need to feel through like what are safe words, what are completely positive words for you, and that's going to vary for everyone. What came to mind and what I had been using and continue to use for all of my different intentions for manifestation is simple, easy. Simple, easy travel. So when I get ready to leave Hagerstown and go to Bel Air twice a week, somewhere in the beginning of my trip, maybe not before I start driving, but in the first few miles, I tend to state this intention. Simple, easy travel. Simple, easy trip. So simple, easy, and I typically use them together. Simple, easy travel. Simple, easy trip. So I had been using those couple of words because to me, like simple is like I have absolutely no negative thought or feeling about that word. And then easy, again, I have no negative thought about that word. And then last week, I also was doing a meditation through the Triple Flame app, which is connected to Gene Keys. And as I was doing it, it was like softening your heart. It was a lot of the wording. So the guided meditation that Richard Rudd does talks about softening and talks about opening and gentle. And I was like, oh, those are some more good words. So softening to me is like completely, that's not a negative word. Like I don't get any negativity. It doesn't connect to anything negative. Gentle is another word that to me it's like, okay, gentle is a good thing. There's no negative connotation there. And open or opening is another word that for me was like, yeah, okay. So that went on I have a list of words that are a way to create a positive intention for something. So simple, easy, soften, gentle, open. So I just encourage you to think a little bit about the words that you're using, about the adjectives that you're using to describe the thing you're trying to manifest. If the words you're using to describe your intention are mixed, have mixed feelings, then that's going to contribute to a mixed result. We want to have as clear a positive intention for our manifestation, for our intention as possible. And the things we use to describe our manifestation, if we're using mixed words for that, then we may get mixed results. So I hope that's helpful. Language is really important. I've said for years, like what we say to ourselves really matter, and that came from back in my 20s. I discovered a book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstettler. It is still available. It is a fabulous book on self-talk and becoming more aware of like, what is that inner dialogue? We all have inner dialogue. We all talk to ourselves. And what matters, so it doesn't matter that you talk to yourself. Of course you do, because everybody does. What matters is what we say to ourselves. What is that dialogue? Is it negative? Is it positive? Is it mixed? And of course, some of us have very good dialogue about certain topics and have very negative dialogue about other topics. Again, totally normal. If there are areas of your life you wish to change, you need to examine, what is my dialogue about that? Like maybe, maybe your relationships are great and they're going very well. Awesome. But maybe money's not so great. Okay, well then look at, what are you saying to yourself about money? Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe financially you're awesome, have always done well, but relationships are struggling. Again, what are you saying to yourself about relationships? About yourself in the relationships? So whatever it is you're trying to shift, I believe we need to look at the language, look at the words we're using, because words create feelings. Feelings create words. It's a loop. But one way we can intervene is to cognitively, mentally think about, consider the words, and shift them to better words. It's all about just better. Just better. You don't have to have amazing words. It doesn't have to be fabulous. No, just better. So if the words you're using are creating fear and tightness and tension, find words that create a little more relaxation, that don't create so much fear, that create some peace, some openness. So I hope that is helpful. Until next time.